welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and I am a beginner sewer. So today is the big reveal of #Frugal Frocks 2021. So I'm sure you've seen so many videos about this. It was a challenge that has been going on throughout March where you had to make a dress using a free pattern and some fabric from your stash. And this is my dress. So I'm gonna be honest, I had a really tough time with this dress. It drove me crazy. I struggled so much and I had lots of fails as usual, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about how I made it and what went wrong, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. And then I'm gonna talk about the yellow top that I also made with the same pattern that I had some big issues with and that you guys gave me some advice for. So we'll go on to that afterwards. Sam, all I can hear is you Xbox.
Is that?
Yes. So, the dress that I made, are you joking?
Okay.
So, the pattern that I ended up using was the Butterick 657 and it was view A, which I have showed you and talked a lot about recently. So, the reason that I loved this was mainly because of these really lovely puff sleeves. And I just thought it had quite like a vintage feel to it and I'd not made anything like it. So I was told by Hellesmore Sewing that with these big four pattern companies and especially Butterick, apparently there's like loads of ease in the patterns and the sizing is really strange. So she told me to do a toile and I never ever do a toile, and I was like, can I be bothered? And then I thought, no, okay, fine. I'll do the toile, this guy, but I'll make it a wearable toile that I can also use for the Sew Yellow for Endo challenge that I did a couple of weeks ago, which is to make a yellow garment. So that was fine. So when I made this, we've spoken about this before because of all the issues, but when I made it, it was really big. I stretched the neckline, but the major issue was the fact that it was huge. And I was so confused because I made the size that I thought I needed to make, which was the size 16, which is weird because usually I'm making like size 10s or 12s. I went with the measurements, not the finished garment measurements. I went with like what I thought were the normal measurements, like it says if your waist is 30 inch, then make the size 16. So I did that. So when I made it, it ended up that the bust was something like 45 inches wide in circumference and I'm a 32B. So clearly that was way too big and I just didn't understand. And I had lots of comments saying, oh, just check, you need to check the finished garment measurements. But I couldn't find them anywhere on the envelope. Not on the back, I was so confused. So I messaged Hales from Hellesmore Sewing and she told me to check the tissue pieces, the actual pattern pieces themselves for the finished garment measurements. So I did, and I just saw like a bunch of numbers without really any indication to what they meant, and I was so confused. So I sent photos of it to her, and she told me that they are, for example, on the bodice, there's just a couple of numbers, and they are the finished garment waist measurements, which was just so stupid. Why couldn't they make it easy? Anyway, turns out that I'd made something 3 sizes bigger than I should have. So this is the 3 sizes smaller. So definitely the fit around the waist and the bust is so much better than on the toile, which is just clearly I made completely the wrong size. So that's the positive, that this does fit a lot better. Some other things I struggled with is clearly that is not, it should be a point, shouldn't it? And when I've attached the lining, I've done something, I don't really know, but I should have just been a lot neater with my attaching the facing, so it would have ended in a nice point, but that is just something that I need to work on. I'm happy with the sleeves. I don't know if I like it. That's my main issue. It's just not really something that I would ever buy off the shelf. I got really lovely comments on it on Instagram, so that did make me feel a lot better. Maybe it's just because I had such a terrible time sewing it that I just have this hatred towards it, but maybe I should just learn to love it. The only thing I would say is with this fabric, which is the viscose from Rainbow Fabrics, I really don't like the fact that the leaves go across. I just think it's quite bulky. I'm going to show you back here. I'd have much preferred it if the leaves were going down, so I really should have checked the fabric but obviously where the selvage was, the leaves were going across. So in order to make the dress, I had to do it like this. But I don't know if it just is something that I have. Maybe I think it makes me look a bit wider. And obviously I've never pattern matched before, and I didn't want to for this to be the first time I tried. So you can see that there is absolutely no pattern matching going on the back. But I wasn't prepared to try. I'm proud of myself. It was a tough sew for me. And yeah, when it even got to the hem, I was at that point where I just wanted to get it finished. So I think the hem's a little bit wobbly. But you know, I tried. I did try, and I'm glad I participated in the challenge. So all in all, I'm on the fence, but I'd love to hear your comments. And yeah, thank you so much for helping me along the way and helping me decide what to make. I really appreciate it. Why am I so out of breath? I think I'm talking too fast. Oh, the dreaded yellow top that I needed all your help with. So as if you don't remember from the last video, I made the top half of this. So I made the top half up to here, and then I just kind of turned the facing under so that there was no raw edges on the bottom. And then I changed the back, so I didn't add a zip, but I added this like crisscross binding using buttonholes, which I really like. So the issue was I'd attached silver binding around the neckline, and it was bad. I will show you a picture. The neckline was super stretched out. I'd really ruined it. So a lot of people told me steam is my best friend. So I took the binding off, as everyone told me to do. I steamed as much as I could, and I think this side has become a lot flatter. This side here seems to be nice and flat. This one is still a little bit gaped out, but I'm much happier with it. I also attached the facing pieces and then understitched them on the other side, which seems to have really helped. Sorry, my neighbours are just like having a party. I'm trying to film a video, and also COVID. I am a lot happier with it. I also think with taking off the silver binding, it has taken away that panto vibe, which I thought I liked, but in order to make this a wearable garment that I wear for a long period of time, not a long period, I'm not gonna wear it for like days on it, but like long, so I wear it not, what is the, like over the next few, like keep wearing it throughout my life. I needed to make it a little bit more easy to wear with various other garments like jeans or a nice skirt. So yeah, I'm happy that the only silver element is just on the back. And yeah, I love the puff sleeves, as you know, like I like them on here. And I think it will be a really cute summer top. So thank you so much for all of your help with regards to the neckline. I do think it's made such a difference, and I'm really happy with it. I think I'm going to do another video next on everything I made in March, including all my birthday outfits. So multiple outfits. I'm so extra. Okay, well, have a lovely Easter weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.